And that report was by my colleague Prince Apia from Johannesburg, South Africa. Let's turn our attention now to the oil and gas industry, the downstream sector, of course. And the Tema Oil Refinery has refuted claims by the Institute of Energy Security that the refinery has incurred a $24 million loss as a result of drastic reduction in prices of crude oil on the international market. According to a statement released by the Public Relations Manager of TOR, Dr. Kingsley Ntwibwesiako, the claims by IES are based on flawed assumptions and that there is a direct correlation between the drop in global prices and the price of TOR products on the local market. The statement says for the avoidance of doubt, a fall in the international crude oil price does not necessarily correspond to an equal degree of the fall in prices of petroleum products. I have on the phone lines now research analyst of the IES, Migdad Mohammed, first to tell us about his reaction to this rejoinder by TOR. Plus, we also get some analysis from energy expert Kwaju Poku. Migdad, if you can hear me, welcome to the marketplace.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
All right, no. So you stated that there's no sight of the next parcel of crude oil for TOR currently. That's one of your claims. But TOR has refuted this allegation. It says currently there's an arrangement that provides the next parcel of crude oil. What's your reaction to this?
Well, thank you very much for having me. And we must state on record that IES is not interested in the downfall of the Tema Oil Refinery. Indeed, when government announced the decision or the proposal for transforming the state's premier refinery into a tank farm, it must be on record that IES was one of the agencies that kicked against that idea, because we think that TOR remains a strategic national asset, which is not only to be in existence for the sake of national pride, but also for it to be producing efficiently to support Ghana's energy security. And so it comes as a surprise to us that the best response the public relations of TOR could put out is just to write a set of English without any factual basis.
Yeah, but let's move on to the point.
Without any factual basis, because the allegation or the statement that TOR is running currently, or they have made arrangements for there's a difference between saying TOR is running and also that they have made arrangements for crude. Now, to start and close and shut down the machine, the TOR machine, whether it's a CDU or the RLCC or the entire refinery system, it costs between $400,000 to $450,000 just for the gasification of the TOR refinery system.
But Migdad, can you hear me?
To simply start
Migdad
and shut down the machine itself is even a cost on its own. And secondly, you come to the cost involved in the shift in fundamentals of market pricing. For the public relations officer to say that there's no such relation is something that beggars belief, because as I speak to you, if you look at the time that TOR procured the crude, the refinery period and now, LPG, finished product LPG, has fallen by about 44% on the international market. Gasoline has fallen by about 30% on the international market. And gas oil has equally experienced a similar development.
Migdad.
And this is not an IES fact.
Can I make a point here, Migdad?
Yes.
Yes, so the PRO of TOR is actually saying that you do not have, or you are not privy to the dealings, the actual particular dealings of TOR with regards to its suppliers, its distributors, and whatever. So how are you reacting to this particular issue?
And that is why I'm telling you that it is just a matter of of semantics that you say someone is not privy to it. The only thing that we will say we are not privy to is the details of the extra agreement they might have signed with BP, which we have requested for, and they have refused to make it available. But
yes,
what we have seen.
So if you don't have experts,
that is
knowledge of this particular agreement with BP, how do you then conclude?
Assumption that such a thing exists. That is just on the assumption that such a thing exists.
Okay.
The main crux of the agreement, the contract agreement between BP and Tema Oil Refinery is something that we have and we have looked at in detail. What we have said is that TOR is alleging that there have been some extra developments which we are not privy to. And that's why I'm saying that even if it is true, that will be the only part of the transaction that we are not privy to. What we are privy to is
can you hold on here?
Currently, the refinery is not running. And if it is not running and you have shut down, it will take an extra $400,000 to start and shut down the machine again.
All right, Migdad, let's now bring in...
The more the machine runs continuously,
Migdad,
the more profitable or the more cost-efficient production will be.
All right, so let's bring in here. We also have via Skype. Megdad, we have via Skype Kwadwo Poku, who is an energy expert, to join in the discussion. Now, Kwadwo, what is your take on the assertions by the IES that TOR has incurred heavy losses as a result of reduction in crude prices?
Well, and I hope you can.
Yes, you are loud and clear.
Well, it's very unfortunate that the gentleman on TOR will say that the PRO of it's putting things on paper without any evidence, or so to say, they don't have the right to respond to what IES puts. Let's ask ourselves, what is the interest of IES in all this matter? We all want all to work. What Ghanaians should is TOR employs a lot of Ghanaians. So if IES put such a damn report out there, alleged that government should invest, there are losses, without proper access to information, without proper understanding of the transaction between TOR and BP, who is causing the problem here?
All right, now
clearly asked him.
Kwadwo Poku, can I come in here? Is it true? Is it true?
Have access to the content. There has not been any losses. BP gave an open credit to Tema Oil Refinery. So why would you allege that there's been losses?
Now, Kwadwo, can I come in here? Is it true that there's no correlation between, the time or the prices of the crude oil on the international market and how TOR sells its products downstream here?
No, not at all.
Okay.
If you look at the world market, you can go online and look at the drop or the rise in the prices of crude, plot that against the rise or the drop of Platts. There isn't a direct correlation, because as every business, the crude price that we are seeing now is for delivery. If I have refined, every refinery will refine that crude, make their margin, then the next that comes in at the cheaper price is what they reduce the prices on. So nobody uses extra prices around the world. Now let me even think. What they are saying that is because the first pass of that came from BP had only gone through the CPU. It is yet to go to RFCC. So if the full pass has not been refined, how do you conclude this losses?
All right.
So we should be mindful of how we jump some of these conclusions at think tanks.
All right. So you've made a point. Let me go finally to Megdad for your final words, Megdad.
Well, I think that if anyone, for whatever purpose, wants to serve as PR for TOR, he should be able to do that without any hindrances. And I've listened to the argument that there is no correlation between the fall in Brent crude price for this particular window upon window we have seen and finished products prices. And I find that argument extremely low and uninformed, because I have mentioned the fact that you can make a reference to the falling Brent crude prices. Of course, there are instances where there are exceptions, where falling Brent crude prices doesn't drag along the price of finished products. But for this particular window, the windows we have seen from when TOR procured their crude in September to the current period, I have made reference to the fact, and these are references anyone can simply check, that there is a corresponding fall in LPG by 44%.
All right.
By over 22%.
So I guess we could go on and on and on, and definitely we'll find time to further this discussion. But on that note,